And what's going on, guys? Hopefully everyone's had a great week so far, but today I'm going to be talking about V6 Mustangs and my opinion on them. Now I want to start this out by letting y'all know that yes, I have had a V6 Mustang. It was a 2005 V6 Mustang, and then about 3 years ago I upgraded to the 2012 GT that I have now. So definitely take that into consideration that I've been on both sides of the fence. Now to me, a Mustang is a Mustang. I definitely don't hate on V6 Mustangs just because they have a V6, they're a little weaker. Because for me, I loved V6 Mustangs as a kid. Ever since I was like 12 years old, I was just in love with Mustangs and I wanted to get a Mustang as my first car. And that's eventually what I did. In 2012, when I was just turning 16, I was looking for any kind of Mustang I could find. I found this one Mustang when I lived in Georgia. It was in Alabama, which I lived right there on the Georgia-Alabama line. So it was a decent price, decent miles, decent condition, had a Shelby GT500 hood, and on top of that it already had Mustang GT rims. So I went down there, got it, and I drove it for about 4 years, and honestly I will say that I love that car, and honestly maybe in the future I might get another V6 Mustang just to toy around with, just to have like a little project car, just to see how fast I can get a V6 Mustang to go, because I did an exhaust on it, I did headers on it, intake, all the basic stuff, changed the paint a little bit, and for me, I really liked that car. It was a fun car to drive. Plus, insurance was nothing, and gas, that was one thing that I kind of missed about that car, was the gas mileage, because I have to fill this car up every, I'd say 3 or 4 days. That car, I'd fill it up once a week, and it would last me all week. And if you want to see a picture of my V6 Mustang, it's on my Instagram, you can go there and check. It was definitely a unique looking Mustang. There wasn't a lot like them around, honestly. Another reason I like V6 Mustangs is because they honestly do have a ton of potential. I was racing this one V6 Mustang, it was an 11 to 14, and he was turbocharged or supercharged. He had a little bit of whine, I couldn't really tell, I didn't stop to ask him, but I raced him on 99 in Mexico, and he beat me. It was a pretty much nose-to-nose race until maybe 100, and then he took off in front of me. And actually, as I'm talking about V6 Mustangs, I don't even know if y'all can see it. There is a V6 Mustang over there, matte black, right behind that 5.0 that's on the front. But that's a unique looking car right there. He has a GT bumper, GT fog lights, and looks like some different kind of rims. And you know what, I haven't done a rev in a while, so let's see. And what's up, guys? I'm actually home now. Earlier I was driving to work, and by the time I got off work it was already dark and I couldn't film anything there. But as you can see, my house is actually coming together good. We're starting to put up some drywall. It's definitely not perfect, but it definitely feels a lot better not seeing straight through the walls. But as I was saying earlier, V6 Mustangs are definitely a force to be reckoned with if they put a little bit of work into them. Like, there's even a video of a 2013, I believe, V6 Mustang with a 3.7 liter, and I think it's like twin turbocharged. It was racing a GTR and it actually won. But honestly, if you're going to build up a car, put that much money into it, I would just start with a GT versus a V6, just because you have more horsepower and you can there's a capability of having a lot more horsepower. So basically, yes, I'm a big fan of the V6 Mustangs. I'm not one of those people who are going to trash them, but there is that little niche of V6 Mustang owners that is just, they really irk me. They, they race it out, they put the fart cans on it, they talk up their car like it's faster than GTs, or they make it sound like GTs. You're not going to make a V6 sound like a GT unless you do some serious work, and even at that point, it's never going to have that true V8 sound. Like me, when I had my V6 Mustang, I put Flowmaster 40s on it and put short tube headers on it, and I truly believed that my car sounded better than a V8, which honestly it didn't, just because it was a V6, but it did sound good for a V6. But if you are a V6 Mustang owner and you're thinking about straight piping your car, don't do it. That is one of the worst things you can do, because they sound absolutely horrible after that. But that's just my opinion. If you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. But it's just my opinion. I think that they just sound too ricey at that point. Just too loud and obnoxious, honestly. Now, I do know that in 2018, they stopped making the V6 Mustangs in favor of the turbo 4-cylinder, and that's honestly just because they're making the same amount of horsepower with better gas mileage with a smaller engine. Which I was actually able to drive a 4-cylinder Mustang last week, and honestly I will say it definitely surprised me, because I really wasn't expecting that kind of acceleration out of a V6, or not V6, a 4-cylinder, because in my V6 Mustang I had like 210 crank horsepower, and then all of a sudden I get in that and it has like 310. It's a night and day difference with a smaller engine. So pretty much to sum up this video, I definitely believe that the V6s and the 4-cylinders, they definitely have their place in the Mustang community, and I honestly don't think that there should be all that hate that the V6 Mustang owners get, because they are, if you build it up correctly, it can look good, it can sound good, and honestly, it can turn heads. But if you do plan to get a V6 Mustang, just be prepared. You're going to be asked, I mean, I know that I was asked probably at least, like the entire 4 or 5 years or however long it was that I had my car, I was asked at least like 50 times, why'd you get a V6 Mustang versus a V8? And all I could say is, I just wanted a Mustang. Which honestly, looking back, I was like 17 at the time. It was probably better that I got a V6 versus a V8, because even with that V6, I was doing stupid things, and it kind of humbled me down whenever I got my V8. And also, one other thing, if you want to see a brand new 2018 4-cylinder Mustang, turbocharged 4-cylinder Mustang, go against my Mustang, the 2012 GT, stay tuned, because next week sometime I might be doing a video, and honestly, the results might surprise you. Obviously, the 4-cylinder isn't going to win, but how quick it is might really shock you. But guys, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, please like it and please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.